Hello guys, how are you? In this video, I'm going to solve our first review worksheet that includes all the objectives that we have covered in semester 1. So let us start with the first exercise. Complete with true or false. So 0 is a multiple of 20. Is this true or false? So you should think of a number you multiply it with 20 to get 0. It's 0. So 20 times 0 is 0. So yes, 0. It's a multiple of 20. Is 0 a multiple of all numbers? Of course it is, because any number, if you multiply it with 0, you're going to get a 0. Now, 15 is a multiple of 15. You have to think of a number you multiply the 15 by in order to get 15. Well, it's 1. So yes, this is true. So, are all the numbers multiples of themselves? Of course, because you can multiply any number by 1, so you're going to get the same number. So this is also true. Now, 1 is a multiple of all numbers. So for example, is 1 a multiple of 5? Think of a number you multiplied by 5 to get 1. Is it possible? Of course not. So 1, it's not a multiple of all numbers, while the 0 is a multiple of all numbers. Now, is 20 a multiple of 1? So think of a number you multiply the 1 by in order to get 20. Well, it's 20. So yes, this is true. 20, it's a multiple of 1. Well, actually, all the numbers are multiples of 1 because if you multiply 1 by any number, you're going to get the same number. So this is true. Is 200 a multiple of 10? Of course it is because it has 0 at the end. So it's true. Is 8,000 a multiple of 100? This is also true because I have at the end 2 zeros. So yes, it's a multiple. But is 500 a multiple of 1000? This is not true because I don't have 3 zeros at the end. Now let us go for the second exercise. In the second exercise, they are asking us, is 24 a multiple of 6? Can you think of a number you multiply the 6 by in order to get 24? 6 times 4, it's 24. So yes, 24, it's a multiple of 4. Now is 18 a multiple of 3? 3 times 6 is 18. So yes, 18 is a multiple of 3. Now is 88 a multiple of 8? You know that 8 times 11 is 88. So yes, 88 is a multiple of 8. Now let us count. Um, let us count in question number 3 the first 5 multiples of 7. The first 4, we start multiplying. 7 times 0, it's 0. Let me change the color. Just a second. So 7 times 0, it's 0. 7 times 1, it's 7. 7 times 2, it's 14. 7 times 3, it's 21. And 7 times 4, it's 28. The same thing we're going to do in 10. 10 times 0, it's 0. 10 times 1, it's 10. 20, 30, and 40. So that's how you list the multiples of a certain number. Now, what are the first 5 multiples of 9? 0, 9, 18, because 9 times 2 is 18, 27, and 36. Now here we go with the last digit, which is 6. What are the multiples of 6? 6 times 0, it's 0. 6 times 1, it's 6. 6 times 2, it's 12. 6 times 3, it's 18. And 6 times 4 is 24. Now let us continue to question number 4. In question number 4, we need to circle the multiples of 5. It's very easy. 15 is a multiple of 5 because 5 times 3 is 15. 55, it's a multiple of 5 because 5 times 11 is 55. So you should have at the end 0 or 5 in order to get a multiple of 5. Now what are the multiples of 9? 18, because 9 times 2 is 18. It's 72 because 9 times 8 is 72. And it's 90 because 9 times 10 is 90. Now let us start with question number 5. In this question, we need to put an x whenever I have a multiple. So is 0 a multiple of 2? Yes, so you put here an x. 3, no. 5, also no. 6, yes, because 2 times 3 is 6. 8 is already done for you. 10, because 2 times 5 is 10. 12, because 2 times 6 is 12. And 18, because 2 times 6 is 18. 2 times 10 is 20. And 2 times 15 is 30. Now the multiples of 3. 0, 3, because 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18, and 3 times 10 is 30. Now the multiples of 5 are 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30. Now I want you to look at all of these and tell me what are the multiples of 2, 3, 5 at the same time. It's only 30. So 30, it's the only number which is multiple of all of them at the same time. Now let us go for question number 6. In question number 6, is 22, let me open it, but okay. Is 22 a multiple of 6? Of course it's not, because I can't find a number I multiply the 6 by in order to get 22. So no. Now tell me, 22, it's between what two consecutive multiples of 6? So as if I'm asking you, what's the multiple of 6 which is just before 22? It's 20. No, it's not 20. It's 18. Because 18 is 6 times 3 is 18. And now 6 times 4 is 24. So 22 lies between 18 and 24. So what's the largest multiple of 6 that's less than 22? It's 18. Now we can write 22 as 18 plus 4. And now 18 is written as 6 times 3 plus 4. Okay? So I wish that you got this. Now we go for the easiest question, which is question number 7. Here we have a multiplication, but you have to know that this is a mental multiplication. So you have to find the answers, but mental. How do we do this? It's very easy. 344 times 10, you have to do 344 times 1, it's 344, and you add as much as you have zeros at the end, so you have only 1 0. Now 725 times 1, it's 725. And how many zeros do we have? We have 3 zeros, so you put them beside the number. Now 1589 times 100, you multiply 1589 by 1, which is 1589, and you put 2 zeros beside the number. Now 7561 times 1, it's also 7561, and you put 1 0 in front of the number. Also here we have 953, and we put 2 zeros. Now here in this column, we have to multiply 7 times 2, it's 14. And then you count how many zeros do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 5 zeros that I need to put them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now 3 times 4, it's 12. And how many zeros do you have? 3. 1, 2, 3. 6 times 6 is 36, and you put 2 zeros. 9 times 3, it's 27, and then you put 1, 2, 3, and 4 zeros. So that was the easiest lesson, the easiest question in this worksheet, because you can do it mentally. Let us go now to question number 8. In question number 8, we need to decompose the numbers. So here we have 526. So 526, it's written as 520 plus 6. So the 520 is written as 52 times 10. So how many tens do we have? We just read this number, which is 52. So now we need to decompose the number 993. So 993 is written as 900 plus 93. So 900 is 9 times 100. So how many hundreds do we have? We have 9 hundreds. In order to know how to decompose the number, you have to look here at the last word, which is thousands. So I need to put it 8,000 alone with 3 zeros plus 857. Now 8,000 is written as 8 times 1,000 plus 857. So tell me now, how many thousands do you have? Correct, it's 8. Let us now continue to this part. In this part, we also have multiplication, but you have to find an easy way to do them mentally. Now, if you have parentheses, you have to do what's inside the parentheses. So what's 3 times 5? It's 15, right? And now 15 times 3 is 45. 2 times 4, it's 8, but 8 times 3, it's 24. So this is easy for you. Now we have 10 times 4 times 3. It's very easy. You can do, if you want, 10 times 4 first, which is 40. And now 40 times 3, you can do this mentally because you multiply 4 times 3, which is 12. And then you put a 0 beside it. Now here we have 4 times 25 times 15. How do I make this easy for me? You have always to study that 4 times 25, it's 100. So now it's easy for you to find the answer because 1 times 15 is 15, and then you put 2 zeros beside the number. Here we have 5 times 2. We need to start with what do I have inside the bracket or the parentheses because the priority is for them. So 10, now 5 times 10, it's 50. 6 times 3, it's 18, and you need to do 18 times 6. If you don't know this, you can do it aside like this, 18 times 6, okay? So 6 times 8, you know that it's 48, and 6 times 1, it's 6, plus 4, it's 10. So it's 108. Okay, now 7 times 3 times 100. 7 times 3, it's 21. And 21 times 100, you can do it mentally. It's 21, and then you put 2 zeros beside it. Now we have 25 times 6 times 4. You know that 25 times 4, it's 100. Then 100 times 6 is 600. So did you see? It's very easy for me now to do it directly. Now we start with question number 10. Question number 10, it's about division, but you have to use the repetitive or the repeated subtraction, or you can add them, but I prefer subtraction. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to do 500. Okay, let me just do it just a second. Okay, 500. 500 minus 100, it's 400. Minus 100, 300. Minus 100, 200. Minus 100, 100. Minus 100, it's 0. So I keep on subtracting until I reach the 0. When you are done, you have to count. How many times did we subtract? We subtracted 5 times. You just count the minuses. So the answer is 5. The same thing we're going to do in 48 divided by 12. So I need to do 48 minus 12. It's 36. Okay, 36 minus 12, it's 24. 24 minus 12, it's 12. And now 12 minus 12 is 0. So how many times did we subtract? 4 times. Okay, the same thing here. 52 minus 13. 52 minus 13 is, yes, it's 39. 39 minus 13, it's 26. Sorry, I'm not going to put the equal. So I'm just doing them mentally. 52, or you can just put it, it's okay. 39 minus 13, it's 26. Minus 13, it's 13. Minus 13, it's 0. So how many times did we subtract? Just count them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the answer is 4. So that's the division using repeated subtraction. Now we're going to go for the last question, which is division but using the multiplication table that you know. So what's 48 divided by 8? You should ask yourself, what's the number you multiplied by 8 to get 48? It's 6. Now 81 divided by what to give us 9? It's 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. 16 divided by 4, it's 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. And 64 divided by 8, it's 8, because 8 times 8 is 64. 18 divided by 3, it's 6, because 6 times 3 is 18. And 72 divided by 8 is 9, because 9 times 8 is 72. 40 divided by 10, it's 40, because 4 times 10 is 40. And 24 divided by 8 is 3, because 3 times 8 is 24. So that was everything required for semester 1. So that's the worksheet. If you still have any question, you know that we can discuss this in class, okay? So good luck.